Hello, hello, friend. I'm so excited to be here with you today. Welcome. First of all, for those at least in the Northern Hemisphere, we have finally entered spring. We are now officially in spring with the spring equinox that just happened yesterday. So I just wanted to get here on YouTube and hang with you and connect and lead a little spring equinox awakening and meditation and energy activation. So I'm so excited that you're joining me now. Maybe you're watching later. If you would like to share where you're joining from, just put it in the comments. I'd love to know where in the world we're connecting. You can just put that in the comments. I can actually see it. Would love to know where you're joining from. We're going to begin with an intention, and I'm actually going to be pulling from the USU deck of intentions. And I'm going to invite you to, before I pull one, let's see. Oh my gosh. Hey, Stephanie. I just saw, that's so funny. I just saw a thing from you today. I think you got one of my intuition courses. So good to see you. We're neighbors. I love that. Kimberly in Reno. Hey there. Hello, hello. And Heather joining from Topeka, Kansas. Amazing. Oh my gosh. Hi, Lauren Rose. Oh, bonsoir from Paris, France. So amazing. So if you'd like to just share where you're joining from, put it into the chat. Katie, hello from wild, wonderful West Virginia. I love it. Lisa, good to see you. Hello from Oregon. Hi, Fawn. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm hanging out with friends here. Some of you I've met, some not yet. Some we're going to get to know each other. I love being here with you. So really, really excited. Lisa's from Iowa. We're from all over. Rachel from Washington State. I love it. We're like from all over the area, all over the globe, the country. It's beautiful. So for probably most tuning in right now, I'm imagining with the timing, Northern Hemisphere, you might be celebrating with me that we are finally moving into spring, which, this time of year, before we even set the intentions, just to set the scene, this is a very, very powerful time, both astrologically, like we're moving from the last, right? The last zodiac, we have Pisces, emotions, and water sign. We're moving into Aries, the first sign on the zodiac, which is all of that fire sign. And what I think about when I think about the elements, right? We have wood, we have metal, we have water, and we have air, and we think of wood is really connected to spring. Wood is all about that coming up and out. So sometimes this time of year can also really be about letting anger, frustration come up and out in a healthy way, in a powerful, positive way. And so if you've been feeling agitation or frustration or anger, we're gonna look at all of that in this activation and energy connection and awakening together, because often those pinpoints of frustration or anger or upset, that's what's needed to wake us up. Now, that might not be what you're feeling. Maybe there's a surge of energy. I teach one yoga class a week. It's so much fun. And I had a student this morning who said, I don't know what's going on. I just feel a surge of energy. So this time of year, it's when I walked outside. It was so perfectly timed. I looked at my lawn and there was like one little crocus, she was like popping out, her little purple, just popping out. And so after, a time of a lot of, whether it's spiritual or mental or emotional, kind of going within, maybe hibernating or just taking that time to really like conserve energy, now is the time where we start to allow that energy to come up and out of us. So I will be leading a short meditation that does that to balance your energy, your chakras. Let's start first. And if you're just joining us and you want to put where you are coming from, I see, yes, I think we have Washington State. If you would like to share, always love to see where we're joining from, near and far. So I'm going to invite you, we're going to ground ourselves, and I'll be guiding that. Right? Part of our awakening is we've got to really ground in before we can really wake up. And so just thinking about an intention for yourself, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you can. I'm going to pull an intention at the collective level. Before I do that, I'll just start shuffling the cards here. And I'm just using, these are the USU intention cards. You can create your own cards. You can get these. You can just create intentions that come to you intuitively. There's no right or wrong way to do this, but I'm going to invite you first to go into your own heart, your own self, and see what intention is showing up for you for this spring season, this season of renewal, of rebirth, of rejuvenation, of release. And I'm going to add what I'm hearing is remembering who you are, remembering why you came here, remembering that we are in this earth school together. We are all in it in our own curriculum. And so that remember is actually an important word. We'll come back to it. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. I'll do that with you, hands to heart. If that feels comfortable, you can also maybe want your hands by your side or palms out for receptivity, gratitude. I'm going to keep my hands on my heart. We're going to start with what's called, and I love this technique, it's going to be coming soon in my interview with Dr. Roland McCready from the HeartMath Institute. It's called heart-focused breathing. So just allowing yourself, shoulders come down, to breathe a little bit softer, a little bit slower, allowing yourself to fill with energy, with life force. Maybe you notice it's a color. Maybe it's got a quality to it, a sensation, a warmth, sparkle. Notice what color, what sensation it has. Filling your body, filling your heart with love, with compassion, kindness, with grace, with ease. And then as you exhale, you might even imagine exhaling that out to everyone here, near and far. Inhaling this beautiful energy, this heart-centered energy in, and exhaling it to everyone, those you know, those you don't know. What we're doing is we're connecting in to our heart and we're creating heart-brain coherence. And I'm going to invite you to ask your heart for a word of wisdom, for an intention, something that you would really love to focus on for this springtime, this season of renewal, of rebirth. And maybe it's changing your habits to be more loving. Maybe it's shifting beliefs that are more supportive. Maybe it's creating a new story about what's possible for you. Maybe it's being kinder to yourself, to your mind. So just notice whatever's showing up. And I'm going to shuffle these cards and see what we get at the collective level. I'm going to pull 2. Okay. So notice whatever your intention is, hold it in your heart, plant it there. So imagine this beautiful fertile ground in the heart space, and you're going to plant that intention. You might even have a few. Keep it to just a few. Keep it simple. Plant those intentions, and we're going to water and nourish them. We're going to water and nourish them. Okay. These are powerful intentions. So you can keep your eyes closed or open or whatever feels good. Oh, Lisa, you use these every day. That's awesome. I love that. All right, my dear. So this is something actually that was just on last week's episode around A Course in Miracles. So the first card, the first intention, I love this one. This is really powerful, is forgiveness. And I'm going to show it to you. My camera I usually use isn't working, but I think you can see that. Forgiveness. I'll read it to you. These are so beautiful. So the first is forgiveness. I cannot change the past. I can only change my present. I know that by forgiving others and myself for any past hurts, I allow myself to be free and at ease. So forgiveness of others and ourselves allows us to be free. Where do I need and want to forgive myself and others? What might be a way to let past hurts go? So forgiveness is one of the most important, sacred, healing elixirs we have. It's often with ourselves that is the most challenging to forgive. Many times it's easier to forgive others than it is to forgive our own selves. And so if this is ringing true, you might do a little inventory after this activation and look and see, where can you forgive yourself more? Where can you forgive yourself more? So that is the first one. The second intention, which I think is so beautifully connected to everything we're talking about, is light. I'll show it to you. And just notice if this is speaking to your soul. Light. Light eradicates all darkness. I am a being filled with light, and I illuminate the inner light wherever I go. I choose to be a light in this world. So, the questions to ask yourself: how can I add more lightness to my life? Where would I like to have more light in my life? How am I being a light to myself and to others? What are more ways to do that? Really, really, really beautiful intentions. And so I'm going to take a moment to just connect in to these intentions that I feel are collectively for all of us. And for me, the minute I chose those two, and I'm just kind of tuning in for a minute, closing my eyes here. Maybe your eyes are closed too, and just feel forgiveness and light. So imagine, what if you knew the divine? There was no need for forgiveness because all there is love. What if you could extend that to yourself, even for just a moment? Take a moment here. Just imagine maybe there's some way that you talk to your sibling or your parent or a child and you wish you hadn't, or maybe you wish you were kinder to someone or took better care of yourself this year or last year or whatever it is. Take a moment now and just imagine for a moment. In the Course in Miracles, it talks about when we feel we're guilty, we project that, and forgiveness is the undoing of that guilt, the undoing of our ego, of the fear. So maybe for just a moment, imagine yourself being washed in this light, bathed in this light, which is interestingly the second intention chosen. Imagine this beautiful light, golden light, just shimmering through your body, through your cells, through your energy body, moving all the way from your crown down all the way to your root. It's just washing and it's clearing up any debris, any old resentments or grievances. And it's really helping you. It's helping you to feel free and peace. What if you knew that anything that has upset you, that it is evaporated? What if you could just forgive yourself right now, or the person or the situation? It doesn't mean we forget it. It just means we decide, I'm choosing to see this different. I'm choosing to call in forgiveness. I'm choosing to remember who I really am, always connected to the divine, to God, to love, whatever you call that. So that forgiveness, that lightening the burden, creating more ease, will create more light. This is the season where we start to have more light and we start to feel more light. We might even begin to have a lightness in our step. So I'm going to let those intentions be there for you right now. Give you a moment to just breathe in and feel in that forgiveness, imagining the lightness of being forgiven or forgiving yourself, forgiving somebody else, and the light that is you. The infinite light, even as when we transition, we remain that beautiful soul, that light. And so the meditation is going to incorporate that because I can already see and feel that connection. So as you slowly open your eyes, if you want to take a moment and just, if you'd like to share in the chat, you don't have to in the comments area. Did you have an intention that you would like to share out loud? When we share it, it expands, right? And we can all hold that sacred space. Was there an intention, or maybe forgiveness or light really spoke to you? So I'm curious, what are you noticing? What intentions are coming up for you? Lisa said, I love the questions. I spend time really thinking about these questions. Oh, I'm so glad that this was the right timing, divine timing. Beautiful. More self-love, Heather. Oh, yes. Forgiveness. Yes. And by the way, my friends, you can take from our friends here. If you're like, yep, more self-love for me too, great. I'm sure Heather is fine sharing that one, right? So we can take from each other. That's part of the gift of when we come together. Yeah. Forgiveness, more self-love. What are you noticing? What's an intention that is really calling to you for this time of renewal and rebirth. What happens, and this is something we all do as human beings, we make stories and meanings of what's happening in our life. And this is a wake up. This is a time to say, you know what? Let me pause. What do I want? What's ready to transform? What's ready to be released? And what part of me is ready to step forward in the light, is ready to be a light, is ready to awaken? What part of me, what part of my soul is nudging on your shoulder and saying, hey, wake up, wake up? And I see, oh, beautiful. Oh, rough day. I need to be more gentle with myself. I'm sorry, Mary Helen. Thank you for sharing that. We're sending you love. Yes, being gentle with ourselves. Yes, Stephanie, learning and moving forward on your soul path. Beautiful. So we're going to take a moment now, again, closing your eyes because it's just the best way to go within. And I'm going to be leading a meditation that's also going to hopefully be an activation for you. I am trained in Reiki and will be doing just a little bit of Reiki light and energy. And I'm going to invite, if you can close your eyes. If you are in a place where you can't, then don't. Like if it's something that's going to be unsafe, don't do it. But if you're able to find some time, some space to close your eyes and maybe even lay down or be seated in a comfy chair, that would be fantastic. And I'm seeing some other really beautiful intentions: clarity, unconditional love, just being me no matter what others think. Oh my gosh. Amen. Heck yes. That's awesome, Lisa. Thank you with love from London. Taking time to reflect. It's beautiful, Amina. So happy you're here. All right. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and just allow yourself to tune in to whatever you're noticing, to your inner world. And we're going to imagine, and I'm seeing us actually in this beautiful circle. We're on the earth. It's not quite, it's like dusk time. So the sky is like this beautiful pink. There's light yellows and oranges and pinks, and we are all sitting in this beautiful circle. There's a fire in the middle, signifying this transition into Aries and fire and transmutation. You're sitting on a comfy blanket on the earth, grounded, connected. And just notice as you imagine, if you are visual, you might imagine and visualize yourself seated here, inhaling the clean mountain air, feeling connected to Mother Earth, to yourself. I'm almost seeing us all together. If you're not visual, maybe there's a feeling, a warmth or a sensation of empathy or connection or compassion. And just tuning right now into this beautiful vibration of light, compassion, of love, especially self-love, being gentle and kind with yourself. You might even imagine this fire, this beautiful little fire, it's crackling. And as you're seated here, feeling into your body, your energy, your spirit, we're going to imagine, and you can always do this later, what is it within you that you are ready to release, to let go of, to put into the fire, to create that beautiful phoenix effect? Putting into the fire what no longer serves you and allowing for this new transmuted, transformed version of you, this new powerful version. So we're going to start here and just notice maybe it's something like being unkind to myself. I'm ready to release that. I'm ready to release judgment, comparison, putting myself down. So just notice maybe it's none of those things. Maybe it's being more patient, more trusting, allowing, spending more time in silence, stopping the busyness. Like notice, just choose one right now. And you're going to imagine that you have a piece of paper in your mind's eye, or just imagine the feeling of having this paper. It has these words written down, what you're ready to release. And each of us are going to walk up to the fire and we're going to put that piece of paper into the fire. Notice what you feel as you let it go. The power of surrender, the power of release, the power of letting go. We're creating a vacuum, a space, so that we can welcome in what's next. And just imagining that piece of paper, it's burning, and the ashes, it's like the beautiful amber embers are just floating up all the way up to the sky, to the stars, to the moon, letting the divine take that, surrendering, releasing whatever has been in your way. And then sitting here together in this peaceful space on the earth together. In your mind's eye, you're going to imagine you have a little plot of land, or maybe it's a big garden, a big plot of land. Taking those intentions, looking at them, maybe seeing them or imagining them as seeds. Like maybe your garden, your little plot of land, the seeds are seeds of grace, self-love, new perspective, curiosity, forgiveness. And just notice what your seeds might represent, what they might be. You might even notice, oh, this one is this color and this one is that color. Maybe not. You're going to plant the seeds in the little plots of ground of land in your mind's eye. So you're digging and you're planting the seeds. You might even imagine that this plot of land is in your heart. Or maybe it's somewhere else. And as you plant, I'm getting chills saying this, you're planting these seeds, these intentions. What do we do next? We want to nourish them, right? We would give water and sunlight. So we're going to take a moment now to affirm and to nourish these beautiful seeds. It might even be as simple as, I am so grateful for being part of the sacred mystery of life, and I trust you are blooming in your divine timing. I trust, I surrender. I am open to changing here. I am open to being more peaceful. I'm open to being more patient or kind or forgiving or loving to myself. I'm willing to be more kind and patient. I'm grateful for this transformation. I'm grateful for this transmutation. So notice what feels right for you. Maybe none of what I said, and then you find your words. So we've released, and now we're planting and creating space for what we want to grow, what we want to bloom, to flourish, to thrive. For some here, that might be starting a new business, writing a book, taking time every day for something joyful, creating a non-to-do list. Maybe it's a to-be list, right? Things, time that you have to just be. Maybe it's more time in nature. Maybe it's really changing your habits to be more loving with what you're eating or what you're ingesting or the words that you're speaking. All of that is different kinds of nourishment. So just give a moment of peace, of silence. I'm going to take a moment where we honor and we allow those seeds, we nourish them with our own light, with our own intention, with our own gratitude. Gratitude can help anything grow. And actually, I'm hearing gratitude is like miracle grow. I'm seeing that, like the miracle grow, whatever you would put, or manure, or these agents that help things to grow faster. Gratitude and appreciation help to do that. So does forgiveness. And just feeling this beautiful connection to the earth, to the cosmos, to yourself, your soul. Remembering your higher self has always got you. It's always here with you. And then I'm going to guide us before we close in an energy activation that's going to help to balance all of your chakras, your energy wheels. We'll start at the root, at the ground. And I'm seeing like all of us in this beautiful circle starting to become dusk. Maybe you see a few stars beginning to peek out, shimmer. We'll start with our base, our root. This is our legs and feet all the way up to the lower, below your pelvis area. And the color, for those that are visual, the color is red or a deep red. So feeling this beautiful swirling energy of red around your legs, around your feet. And knowing as you do this, you're nourishing yourself, Mother Earth, your energy field, clearing out anything that's not needed. Maybe imagining that swirling around your lower pelvic area. The root chakra is very much connected to feeling safe and secure and rooted. And so an affirmation or a mantra might be, I am safe. I am always safe. I'm always taken care of. I am always rooted to the earth, to Mother Earth. Something like that, whatever feels good. And then imagining that energy moving up to your lower belly area, your sacral chakra. The color is typically is associated with like an orange. So an orange, beautiful energy circulating your lower belly. For some of us who have wombs there, for others who don't, it's considered the area of where we create creativity, of rebirth, of sensuality, feeling all of the different senses, and then the senses that are beyond the five senses. Our sexuality. Yeah, so feel that energy, that orange, beautiful energy circulating. Anything that has been blocking you from feeling it's safe to be creative. What I'm hearing is anything that's been saying it's frivolous, you don't have time, you have so many other things to do. That is not the truth. Creativity is life-giving, it's flourishing, it's nourishing. So allowing that creativity, your sensuality, all of those energies to really to show up, to be present. And then moving up to your belly area, your solar plexus, your belly button, feeling that golden yellow energy circulate around your belly. This is our area connected to our divine will. And many of us can get stuck here, especially when we fear being too visible. I have felt this before, right? Or am I shining too bright? Or what are they going to say? Or who does he or she think she is? Or all of that egoic, fearful, doubtful, we're going to just let that go. Let that golden energy circulate. And what we are now tuning into is your authentic power, your authentic light, your divine soul's purpose. So maybe for you, and I saw this as one of the intentions, this spring into the summer to the fall, this is about exploring and expressing your divine purpose, your divine will. That is the power with, power together, power through, not power over. So feel that power, beautiful power energy. The fire has this golden power energy as well, and we are moving into that fire sign. So maybe you even feel a fire, a pilot light up in your belly. I can see it, like we're all lit up. And remember, as a candle, as a light, we never diminish our light when we ignite others. In fact, it's the opposite. What you're giving, you're receiving. What you receive, you give. You are sharing the light. So maybe even imagine everyone that you come into contact with, they are left with more light because of you. Beautiful. I'm just going to say thank you to all the guides that are working with me because it's pouring in. Next, we're going to move up to the heart chakra. That is your right in your heart area that colors typically associated with the heart is green. Maybe you see pink. You might see another color. I am purposely wearing a greenish Mother Earth heart chakra color. And this is the area where we are going to open the windows, open the doors of our heart. Sometimes, especially in the winter, we shut it closed, we close it shut, and we feel suffocated. We feel stifled and stuffy. Maybe we've been hurt. Maybe we're hurting. So just imagine you're opening the window, you're opening the door, fresh air, fresh new energy of compassion, of absolute unconditional love, which is the truth of who you are. And allowing that beautiful green energy circulating around your chest, your heart area, feeling any of that stale energy, any of those unloving thoughts, let them be taken into let the earth, let the air take it. Okay. And then moving up into your throat chakra. This is the area connected to speaking truth, speaking authentically, sharing what is there for you. We often stifle or stop speaking because we're fearful or we are worried about how that sounds or it's going to be judged. So this is where we're asking now. You're asking your higher self, you're asking your guides, you're asking the divine to clear this space. Maybe you've had other things, health issues, thyroid. This is a great place to really allow that energy, which is typically a blue, like an indigo blue. Just imagine it circulating around your throat, giving you the courage and the power to speak up and speak out. Now, coming from love, that doesn't mean you agree with everything coming from love. It just means you are basing your speaking in love and feeling that energy circulate around your throat. And then we're going to move up to our third eye, right between your brows. It's thought that, whoa, no idea about that alarm. That was not one I set. I'm going to take that as a sign. That was interesting. Okay. Sorry for that disturbance. No idea what just happened, but okay. The third eye is what we were talking about. This is where we see beyond what we actually see with our eyes. It's spiritual sight. It's sacred sight, intuition, clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairsentience, clairaudience. It's associated and connected to our pineal gland. The color is a beautiful purple. And so you might imagine that purple circulating around your eye, your head, your third eye area, and just maybe even feeling. Sometimes I'll see like a pyramid with an eye opening. Maybe you see this beautiful purple eye just opening up. We're awakening, we're waking up, inviting, setting the intention. Remember, we have free will, setting the intention. I am saying it's safe. It's safe to open my third eye. It's safe to use my intuition. Sometimes we can have fear, right? I won't go into all the reasons, doesn't matter, but affirming, I'm safe. It's safe to be following my inner guidance, spirit, angels, my higher self, whatever that is for you. And I can feel that. I can feel each of us. This is really cool. Each of us, like it opening up. And it's beyond the eyes that we have. This is a sight that is beyond anything that we are going to see in this 3D world. This is like your portal into the realm of the divine, of God, of higher power, of source. And so you just allow that to be there. Notice that. And then lastly, we're going to move all the way up to the crown. The energy at the crown is typically not just at the top of the head, but even above. It's usually a lavender white. Think of it as a sparkling light energy circulating around. And this is where we connect really our crown to the cosmic knowledge, the cosmos, the energy of knowing, of wisdom, of remembering, of awakening. And so you might even, it's making me smile, just I can feel each of us like just allowing that to open. Right? Springtime, the sun's coming up, open the curtains. And I'm seeing it like opening the curtains at the top of your head, allowing the divine, you have free will, and saying, I am open and willing to receive. I'm willing to receive cosmic wisdom, to be a keeper of this wisdom, a light bringer, I'm here to shine and to share, to be of service, to connect and to remember. So just feeling that energy, the top of your crown. And now we're going to take all of our beautiful chakra energies and we're going to create a figure 8. So imagining starting with the root, activating that red, and then the sacral, the orange, your solar plexus, the yellow, heart is your green. Beautiful throat chakra is the blue, purple, indigo in your third eye, and then the lavender white at the top of the crown. And just imagining as this beautiful energy is moving up and down, it's now moving in a figure 8. And I'm just seeing this beautiful from the tippy toes all the way to the crown, allowing that figure 8 energy to balance and restore naturally. This is a tool I've used, been trained in with energy medicine. You could also take your fingers and trace the figure 8 in front of you, and then you could do it with both of your fingers. It's going to look like a conductor. If your eyes are closed, you might just put your hands out in front and create figure 8s. What this does is it balances both sides of the left brain and the right. We tend to be very dominant in our heavy to-dos, the left brain, getting things done, logic. And so we're just balancing the left and the right, and we're balancing our energy centers. You might just imagine in your mind's eye, you might feel this energy, might even feel a little bit of a tingling, and it's okay. Everyone's going to have their own, we're going to have our own reactions. Everybody is different. And as you're doing that, I'm going to hold my hands up and I am allowing, woo, my goodness, a lot of tingling. Wow. And I'm just asking my higher self to link with anyone here, any of you and your higher self that would like to receive Reiki. It's beautiful, balancing energy. And I'm asking this energy to go wherever it's needed for you. So I don't have to know where it's going. I do feel a lot of energy around the sacral, creativity and sensuality. I also am feeling a lot of like okay, I'll just share what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the solar plexus. What's so funny is I just saw, I think Ernie and Bert from Sesame Street, I think Bert used to wear a shirt that was orange and yellow. So I'm seeing orange and yellow, which tells me sacral and solar plexus. And then I'm also seeing, too funny. Too funny. I get funny signs. I'm seeing that I think Ernie had a blue, some sort of blue, and I'm seeing the throat. That's what's popping up to me a lot are those. And really feeling the balancing of the feminine, the masculine, of all of these energy centers. And give this a moment here. And of course, you do not have to receive this. If you're open and you would like to, all you need to do is be open and willing. Beautiful energy. I can feel it coming through my hands. Wow. And I'm going to just send a little, call them heart flares on the podcast, little heart flares to each of you, sending my own love and light and honoring and acknowledging your love and light through my hands, through this transference of energy. You might even put your hands up. Maybe you practice Reiki, maybe you don't. Maybe you send it to yourself. You could send it to everyone here, to those watching now or later. And then I'm going to just put my hands in prayer pose and bowing my head to the gratitude I have for each and every one of you being here with me on this spring equinox, the day right after, right, this transition into spring, into Aries. Beautiful. We're at 4-4. It's great. 4-4 people are joining at this moment. Love it. And I just want to thank each of you. Thank you for being the light that you are, for being having the courage to grow, to change, to transform. And what I'm hearing, and I'm just going to end with a little bit of a channeled message, which is there's a song, I think it's by Beautiful Chorus, and it's I Am Perfect. And what I'm hearing is, I am perfect as I am. You're perfect right now. You don't need to change. This comes from a different place. This comes from a place of desire, of desire of wanting to create change and transformation, but it's not like you need to be okay. You are already a divine being, right? So this, make sure this is coming from a place of heart, of passion, of desire, right? Really look at where those intentions are coming from, and may you continue to nurture and nourish them, water them with your heart energy, with your kindness, with your spiritual sight, with your choosing to try new things that are loving and that are going to support you on your journey. Remembering we all chose to be here at this time, right? Our soul, we are each in our own earth school, in our own curriculum, and we all chose to be here. And at this time of year, especially for those in the Northern Hemisphere, right? With spring, sorry, my friends, this is so bizarre. I have alarms that are usually never on. I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to take it as a sign that is very bizarre. Anyhow, back to the message is to really get that it's about you as a creator. And I'm hearing creator and creativity, and the spring energy is really goes hand in hand. So maybe it's writing more music, singing more, painting. Even if, for example, you use makeup, being creative with that, being creative with how you style your hair, with how you make your food and dishes, like bring in creativity that is going to bring in so much joy. Remember, joy is joy and gratitude. These are like super grow ingredients. So I'll leave you with this. May you remember, may you continue to awaken and honor the beautiful being you are. Your you, your higher self is always here guiding you, and that you are already a masterpiece. You are a piece of the master. And remembering that, you might even say, I'm a masterpiece. I'm a piece of the master. And I am just welcoming in what wants to grow and be birthed and bloom and flourish. So I really hope that this time together was helpful. I'm just going to see if we have any other comments. Yay, Heather, I'm so happy to hear that. Angel, Stephanie said, so glad, Lisa. Oh, I'm so glad, Mary Helen, that this was helpful. If you'd like to share any last parting words or a message or anything that's coming to you now, how are you feeling at the end? Have you noticed anything different in your body and your energy? Love to know. You're welcome, Virginia. So good. My divine creator knows exactly what I need. Yes, yes, yes. And so it is. Yes, absolutely. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I want to thank each of you for being here. I love coming on here. I love connecting with you. Relaxed and calm. Beautiful, Stephanie. And there is a retreat coming up. Some of you have actually already signed up. It'll be in June. I have more information on my YouTube channel. And if you're on my email list, make sure you join, because I do send out special announcements there that I don't share elsewhere. But there is one in June. I'm going to be co-hosting with Angie Hipple, who channels the Judah channel, and it's going to be all about connecting into your highest self, your USU, and how to connect to the angels, the angelic realm, and really, really shift the story into one that's all about you living a life you're in love with. So I'll have more information, and if you have any questions, let me know. And I want to thank you each. I want to wish you a beautiful spring season of renewal, of rebirth, of rejuvenation, of remembering who you are, who you are. Love and light to each of you. Mwah. Hope to see you soon.